Hey there guys, in this video we're going to be doing a fungus tutorial for the main playthrough of Plague Inc. Evolved, and it was probably one of the hardest beginning levels to get through, so I figured I'd make a tutorial, help all you guys out, and this will also work effectively on the mobile version because it's almost identical. So we're going to start it with fungus, no genes to simulate starting up. I mean, obviously you're going to have a couple genes from playing virus or bacteria, but we're going to assume you didn't farm any genes at all. We're going to play with no genes at all. And we're going to play on normal because that's the easiest one to beat the level with and unlock the other ones. Name your whatever. Welcome to Plague Inc. I'm going to start in India just because that's my go-to starting area. And basically, for fungus, it's just a waiting game. You're going to be very patient, you're going to be really low-key, you don't want to have any symptoms here evolving, you're going to devolve everything as soon as it evolves, or mutates, whatever. So, starting in India, slow start, fungus isn't very good at starting up. You're not even going to pay attention to any of those updates there about anything, just don't worry about it, just click it off, just let it do its thing. So we're in India, it's getting us DNA bubbles, it's infecting pretty well, so I like to start with water, it's pretty good, and then I go into insects because of the southern hemisphere, it helps with the southern hemisphere since it's all hot, and then I put one into air. That usually jump starts the infection rate across everything pretty well. So we're up into 20,000 about in India, growing pretty rapidly now. Already up to 500 million. Here we go. So see, we mutated nausea. We're going to get rid of that immediately. We don't want to be spotted at all until at least 85% of the world is infected. So India's almost going to be infected pretty soon. There we go. And at that point we're gonna just put another point into water and air. We're gonna want the extreme bioaerosol, it really helps with infectivity, and then after that we're gonna want to go into land for transmission, but we're gonna wait on that a little bit. So we hit England, which is good because England has the most seaports in Europe. So since we hit England first, we're going to go into rich, drug resistance, helps with wealthy countries, and we're also going to put one into cold resistance. I always put one into cold resistance no matter what for fungus, just because the northern hemisphere really sucks. So we're going to put one into cold resistance, go back in here, wait to get some DNA points. And then at that point is when we're going to put one into land. So here we're just waiting, it's just be very patient. Keep devolving symptoms as soon as they come up. So there we go, we have enough to get birds and extreme bioaerosol. And at this point, it should be pretty fast at infecting everywhere. And there you go, very high levels of bird migration, so that's pretty good for us. And if you really wanted to speed things up, you put another point into birds, which I'm going to, just because of the bird migration. You're not always going to get bird migration. Sometimes if you're lucky you'll get it, but I wouldn't put more than one in bird migration unless it said the news thing there. Other than that, ignore everything. Alright, there we go. Got a bunch more countries from the bird migration event. You're just going to be very patient. So we got most of the eastern half of the world infected, which is good. There we go, getting infection bubbles like crazy. That's what you want. And you're going to save most of your DNA points, because you're going to need to be able to kill everyone extremely fast as soon as you have everyone infected. So keep doing that. Follow this all the way through. You just wait. Now, since we have almost 100 DNA points, I'm just going to put one into rodent to help with urban countries, which is mostly all up here and a little bit down there, and obviously spread out over here, but we got most of those. You get it? Yeah. So we still have yet to hit Greenland. We're in the US and Canada. It's pretty slow. Just for the sake of speeding it up, I'm going to put another in a cold resistance. You don't have to. It's all pretty much based off how much you really want to wait. And since it's only the main playthrough, you don't have to worry about speed. It's not a speed run. You don't have to worry about it. This is just for the sake of unlocking all the other disease types. There we go. US is spreading. Canada's going up there. We got Iceland going. Hit Madagascar. I'm pretty sure. Looks like Madagascar was... Or no, we need the Caribbean and Greenland. So you can wait a little bit. If you're really patient, you can save all your DNA points. You won't even have to use the abilities here. They're not anything spectacular. All the transmission is so much better for getting your fungus everywhere than the fungus ability. Nope, so we hit Caribbean, and we only have one country left, and it only costs about, like, I don't know, 1 to 3 points. So we're gonna just do that, and we hit Greenland. So we're gonna wait until Greenland is infected about right here-ish. You can even start it maybe down here to put it into symptoms. So there we go. Greenland's getting infected pretty fast. So if you see Greenland's getting infected pretty fast, you don't even have to wait anymore. Just go like this. Start with coughing, go to sneezing, and then you can choose to go from sneezing to pneumonia if you have a lot of points saved. Since I only have 75, I'm going to go to immune suppression, and then total organ failure and coma. So there we are, we spotted first death in the Middle East, and Greenland is rapidly becoming infected. They're starting the cure, and it doesn't even matter, don't even care about the cure thing, they're not going to be able to save it. So it should be killing people pretty fast. Yep, you can see the world's population just dropping, and you just speed it up if you don't want to wait. I mean, just this line here alone will kill everybody really fast, but if you don't want to wait, just put some into paralysis and inflammation, and they'll die even faster. And there you go. The world will be completely killed by your fungus, and you have beaten the fungus level. So it's pretty easy, just have to know to play that style right, and there's a couple other diseases you want to play that way sometimes. It doesn't really matter. You can play fungus aggressive, it's a little harder than this, and this video is mostly about beating the level itself so you can get the other disease types. And yeah, so just put seizures in there for sake of speeding up the process. a little bit. And as you can see, they only reached about 52% on the cure. There's only about 1 million people in the world. They're not going to be able to do anything. And there you go. Beat the fungus level. If you like the video, like and subscribe. I'll definitely post other tutorials on beating certain levels on Plague Inc. Evolved in the future. I know the zombie level kicked my ass, and the monkey one, and everything else. So I'm happy to help anyone out with that. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.